Hi there, my name is Celia Beck, and the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. So this is one of those podcasts that I am actually. Well, actually, I was going to say I'm excited to do. I'm excited to do all of them. I'm a very excitable guy. I think that's fair to say. I'm excited to be bringing this because as you know, I like comic books. I do like comic books a lot, and I'm trying to get more into the Comicsgate scene. So I was like scrolling through my Twitter. Twitter's a terrible place. Nobody go on Twitter. I interact with people on Twitter for one freaking day. I regret it entirely. Those people are freaking crazy. Anyway, while I was scrolling around, I saw this guy's book, and it's freaking awesome. I love it. I absolutely love it. I can't wait to share it with you. And we're going to talk about it. But so I would introduce him by name, but I don't know his name because it is a mystery. It's like shrouded mystery. I'm sure he's going to tell us all about it. Let's just call him Boogie. You know, he's a BoogieBot comic, so I will call him Boogie or BoogieBot. Let me add him in. Here we go. Hello, hey. Good morning to you. You're in Texas. I'm in Israel. We are 8 hours apart.
Yep. Hey, howdy, hey. I'm here in Texas. At the moment right now, it's 11 a.m.
You're right. It's 7 p.m. for me. And this is the second thing I recorded in the last 2 hours. I'm like, look, I got my special coffee for you. That's how much I love this book, because the time difference made it really hard to connect. And I really wanted to get this done and record it because I just like lots of bits about it. But first, before we get into start talking about it, let's talk about you in general. Like, tell me about comics. What's always drawn you to comics? What comics did you like read growing up? That sort of thing.
Well, when I was younger, I remember the first time I actually went into a comic book shop was whenever my dad he brought me and my brothers along with him because he found a comic book store that was kind of in a little niche part of like this kind of like rural area. And I remembered him just telling us like, all right, you have a spending limit of just like, I think like $20 or I think like $25.
Oh, that's a good dad. Oh man, that's a cool dad. You're doing well.
Yeah, and then that was the first time that like because he said like just he wanted to kind of like introduce us to it, and it just looked like a fun store to kind of go into. And that was my first introduction into comic books. And I remembered when I went in, like nothing stuck out to me as much because it was just so overwhelming. And I was a kid at the time. I think roughly like I believe like I can't remember. I remember the run of I think Warren Ellis. He had the Extremis Iron Man comics that had came out.
Oh yeah, I've read those. Oh, so talking about early 2000s then.
Yeah, so like I remembered like that had came out at the time, or it might have been out for a while. But I remembered just like seeing like issues 1 through 6 that were there, and it was just like I guess whenever he was actually producing the Extremis suit. And I remember just picking it up, reading it, and I fell in love with the character. And ever since then, I just kind of wanted to like keep reading comics. And I guess Iron Man was kind of like my first introduction into comics.
Right. So do you like the movie? Do you not like the movies? Or what do you thought? Because that's really my only knowledge of Iron Man is through the movies, and from that I went back and read. Extremis, actually, that's the one I read before Iron Man 3 came out. I thought, I like Warren Ellis, right? Extremis?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I like Warren Ellis. I like Planetary. So I thought I'll give it a go. And yeah, it's good. It's funny though. The technology is so out of date, and it was only like 5 years old when I read it. I was like, well, even talking about the cell phone technology. I was like, oh, but it's cute. But no, I definitely did enjoy it. So, what do you think of the movies?
I actually really love the movies. I'm actually a very big fan of like the Marvel movies from what they've done. They've for some of the movies, I'm not too thrilled about like some of the themes that they've done in them, and especially like in because I know like in Iron Man 3 they took their liberties obviously with the storyline and everything for Extremis, but for the most part, I do enjoy those movies for what they are.
I love Ben Kingsley as the Mandarin, and that whole how he wasn't really the Mandarin. I thought that was fun. I thought it was a fun little part. That one, wasn't it? Iron Man 3. Yeah, no, I did think that was fun.
Yeah, and it was a really good movie, and I remember that at the time that like me and my family we just loved it because again like overall it was just a lot of action, and then it was a funny movie, and Robert Downey Jr. is obviously like a thrill to see on screen whenever.
Yeah, that's one of the times that a role found an actor, and they just married perfectly. It was just really fantastic. No. So, what other books do you enjoy reading?
More recently, I've actually been more getting into the scene of like for like Mike Mignola. I recently bought
Nice stuff.
yeah, I've actually recently bought some of the like omnibuses for Hellboy, and I've just been wanting to read like all of those more recently, just because like I love the character, and I remember seeing the Ron Perlman movie whenever it had came out.
I was going to say
And
they were good movies. Those first two by Guillermo del Toro, they were
oh
just.
yeah,
Was the first one Guillermo del Toro? Yeah, the first Guillermo del Toro. They were solid, excellent movies. They really. We should really do that. I have a show I do on. It comes out on Fridays called Video Vault, where we do like just we pick a movie we talk about. Last week was Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom. So it's like kind of an eclectic mix. Next week's going to be High Rise, which is a weird ass movie. I like weird stuff. Yeah. So yeah. Sorry. Yeah. You're saying they named like 5 titles. Yeah. What are the top 5 best comics? They're not top 5. It might be 5 comics in your top 50.
okay. Well, I guess like the Extremist Iron Man comics. I remembered reading those. I loved those as a kid. I recently bought the trade for. I had a copy for the Dark Knight Returns, and I think that one's like the main one. Like most people's, they'll have like either in their collections or just like they'll know about.
Dude, I read that as it was coming out. It was the first time they did prestige format. We called it Dark Knight format at the time. Like I was there, like that and Watchmen coming out at the same time. That was a good time in comics. Let me tell you, we had good stuff there in the 80s. Carry on.
It was just like all that stuff back to back. That's actually really cool.
Yeah, it was like concurrent. It was crazy, and you felt the feeling. And then you had Batman Year One was going on around. It was all that roughly the same time.
And then The Killing Joke, did that come around the same time too? Because I know like Alan Moore.
Yeah.
I can't remember if he had done that like after.
No, well, he started it before, and it took him a long time because Brian Boland is very slow. I saw the artwork for that a year and a half before it came out. We had these insane conventions in London called the UK Comic Art Show, and like I was around the comic marts at the time, and people kind of knew me. I was like this kid, and he'll show me the artwork for Killing Joke, and it was the first like 10 pages. And in black and white, it's gorgeous. Oh my god! I see actually a lot of that, similarity in your work, which we will get to shortly. We'll carry on.
And another artist that I actually really love watching, or at least like reading a lot of his books. It's the artist that I kind of like derive a little bit of my style from. Is from Sean Gordon Murphy. I actually really loved his. It was like I think Tokyo Ghost. But I know I can't remember who the writer was, but I just remembered like seeing his artwork from that book and just like really like getting in tune with like the way how he inked a lot of like his pages, because it's always like kind of, it seems like fast paced sort
There's
of
like fluidity about his work, right? Like
almost as if he's like drawing them like so quickly that you feel that like fluidity
right. He did that one with Scott Snyder about like this water apocalypse thing. That was really good for him because there's like lots of sea stuff going on.
I think it was like The Wake. I think I might have
that. That was it.
I think it's The Wake, but I could be wrong. And
yeah, sounds right. See, that's when I started falling out of comics. Like I didn't see. I like comics. But I wasn't like obsessed, and I didn't realize I just stopped reading them around 2017, 2018, because they just got boring. I moved to 2018 back, which was my comic I read growing up, and that's still firing on all cylinders. I have to tell you, so that's doing pretty good. You would like 2018, I think. Have you ever read it?
Yeah, I've at the last convention that I went to, I actually found like a couple of like the magazine style, like the magazine size, like 20 AD, but like with. Judgde Dredd, I think, and one of the ones that I had in there, it had, I guess, like a mini comic of like the Sylvester Stallone version that they were kind of like, because they were like joking around with them, I guess, like poking fun at him in the book. I mostly got it too, just because like I did enjoy the movie. It was like I
kind of like the Stallone movie. I have to tell you, the design of the ABC Warriors came straight out of Simon Bisley, which was when it was big in 2018. Okay, fine. I tell you what, subscribe to the channel. Everybody out here also subscribe to the channel. I do competitions every week. I'm probably going to giving away right now a Judgde Dredd graphic novel for this week's prize. because I got a ton of them to give away. So if you subscribe, you could win a good one. Fine. So how did this where are you in life right now? 'Cause I have no idea how old you are. Like, what's your life situation roughly? Yeah, don't dox yourself. Just give me an idea. Like, 20? Are you 50? Where are you?
Well, I guess I'll just give like a little quick, like kind of like a rundown. I am actually a independent artist. I actually I did the convention circuit for a while. I went to school for like just recently for animation, and that's where like a lot of my wanting right now is to mostly kind of like get through like a comic book like all on my own. And with the independent company that I worked with, I actually did produce Robert, but it was in the original style, which was around like 2014, which was when I actually like printed out the idea for Robert and actually sold it at conventions.
Yeah, let's start looking at it. 1 second. What? Fine. So, but when you do your Robert graphic novel, will you be including all that original stuff in as well?
Yeah. So there will be a perk actually with the with one of the like with the campaign. There'll be one perk where like if people just want like the graphic novel that's coming out right now, they can get that, or there'll be a bundle pack where it'll actually have a reprint of that original like #1, like to kind of like give a little bit of like history to it, you know, like like where like the idea derived from and like where some of the ideas and themes have like changed over the years to like what it is now.
Right. So like how many pages is it going to be?
Oh, it's going to be roughly 50 pages to 60. I'm hoping.
Size. Yeah, it's about the right size. By the way, I didn't want to interrupt you to some point. To point this out to everybody. Look at the artwork. I really love this artwork. I mean, this is why I'm like so psyched to like to highlight you. It's can I zoom in on it? Let me see if I can make it. If I click on it, does it get bigger?
I might be able to. I think on Google Docs, you might be able to click on the images or maybe just the Control plus, probably the zoom in.
Control plus. I'm on a Mac.
I'm actually on my iPad.
I don't know, but because your line work is excellent. I have to say, again, I grew up with 2018. Your line work is absolutely excellent. I love the expression of it, but I love how you kind of describe the shapes with your, not crosshairs. Again, the line work, and I like the back. Like the again, if you're not an artist, this is something you're not going to notice. But it's like
screen tones.
the flame around the blow torch, the lighting around it. It's just, I love it. I love the cross hatching and it fades in. It's absolutely lovely. It really is.
Well, thank you so much. I've been working a lot with a lot of like different patterns and like screen tones. I didn't want to go like too heavy handed with a lot of like screen tones, how like maybe some like Western comics kind of how they do it nowadays.
Right.
But I wanted to kind of use it like sparingly, where it's mostly like in the background for like certain scenes, but then also just to kind of like accent certain shadows with like some of the characters.
Right. So is it? It's going to be color, right? This page hasn't been colored yet, or is this page going to be black? You tell me.
So the book will actually be in color, and then hopefully at some point I'm hoping to release maybe like a noir version, because you had a you actually had I think Michael Bancroft on, I think on one of your streams, like on one of your shows for the Lucian. Yeah, and he mentioned that like that the art, like that the black and white would sell really well, I think for like the inks and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm really hoping at some point to actually release like maybe a noir version, but for right now the colored version is what's going to be released on Indiegogo.
You know what I would do. This is whatever you want to do, but this is what I would do if I was you. I would look at how much it costs to do a bespoke printing, like print on demand, oversized edition, because this cries out for an oversized edition. I would love this. I would love this on like the have you ever seen like the artist size things? I got like some the Watchmen one. And it's like,
yeah, the artist proof editions, they're really good.
Exactly. I have no idea how much it will cost, but I really think this will be, or maybe like a page of the black and white as a print or two, because it's just lovely. It's really, really lovely. Let's move forward a little bit. It's so tell me a little bit about the story.
Well, thank you so much on that.
It was great. Listen.
Yeah, and we have some colors. We have some color panels
on my channel. I'm so excited. Like when I've like, oh, this is so cool. This is really so cool. I'm very, very excited. Like when anybody gets there, you know. So yeah, no, I generally am. So yeah, again, who is Robert? Tell me about the story.
So the story of Robert, the backstory for Robert, I should say, is after the events of Y3K, the whole Earth's technology has essentially fried due to like this giant solar flare that's just completely decimated Earth's technology. And in the year 3000, the nuclear power plants that powered a lot of Earth's like technology and just like kept the world running have been extinguished, and whatever humans are left on Earth are either living underground or they're very sparsely scattered to like the ends of the Earth because of the major solar flare and Y3K happening. But
so okay, firstly, love it. It's exactly the sort of thing I really dig this stuff. Like, yeah, the sci-fi western. So it's kind of like this lo-fi and everything's rusted. So you're using like old tech. I just like steampunk. Okay, I am into this stuff like unashamedly.
Yeah, so I actually really love steampunk.
I'm excited for there to be a few books in this series now. You've really turned me on with this. Carry on, please. I'm sorry.
No, it's no problem. So with the story with Robert, what happens in this dystopian future is that after the events of Y3K, all of Earth's technology has completely turned off. And in the year 3000, all the robots that were here on Earth, they've been used as like a slave labor force. They're like drivers, they're cooks, policemen. They're all these different things that robots have basically just been like forced to be enslaved into. But when Y3K happens, a miracle happens where the robots just restart. And that's the new.
I like it.
That's the new world that we wake up in, where the robots wake up without a purpose, and they have to create a purpose of their own. But the way how they create a purpose of their own is by reading about Earth through like books and TV shows and all these different like literatures that like humans have written over the years, and that's how they get their personality in this new dystopian future, is from humans, like from human history. And that's why a lot of them tend to build like their personalities off of us.
Have you ever seen the movie AI?
Yeah, from I think like Haley Joel Osment.
Yeah, and Steven Spielberg. But essentially, the end of that was when they were like, "Look, so are humans still alive in this world or not?"
Yeah, so there are humans in the world. There's actually one of the main characters is named Charles, and he's the one that actually uncovers Robert from like the desert.
Right, yeah. I tell you, there's another great movie. You got to find it. This is gonna be hard to find, by a guy called Richard Stanley. He did like 3 movies, and like his career blew up. But this movie for like $1 million. It took him like 10 years. It looks fantastic. Called Hardware. It's from a 6-page 2000 AD story called A Future Shock, and he stretches out the whole movie. But he does it very similar, like post-apocalyptic landscape, robots. You would love it, mate. You would absolutely love it. It's got Lemmy from Motorhead has a cameo in it. It's really cool. You've never seen it. It's worth it. It's just lots of violence, which I kind of enjoy.
Yeah, and then this book will have its fair share of violence too, but like Western sort of like action shoot 'em up scenes.
Right. Yeah, no, I can see from looking through it. It's very cool. So I tell you, I like the world building as well. The world is interesting to me, and it just like it touches everything that I'm into. I'll say, I love this page. Oh man, make this into a print, okay? At a level where this page is a print because it's free, and put the logo on. It's freaking gorgeous.
Thank you so much.
No, listen, look, credit where credit's due, mate. I think you're knocking it out of the park. I really do. How long does it take you to do a page?
For an individual page, because for this book, I'm actually the writer, the penciler, inker, and the colorer.
It's nature of the beast, baby. That's comics game. That means you love freaking comics. Again, this is the way you make great comics, by freaking loving it, and you will put your heart and soul into it when it's impossible, right? And that's
exactly
greatness. And I think that's what we got. Yeah. So you're coloring it as well. Wow. I hate coloring.
It's a pain sometimes, but because you mentioned like with the Watchmen, I actually have been studying like a lot of like the Dave Gibbons artwork, where like they do a lot of like the harsh oranges and purples.
Well, that was John Higgins did the coloring on it, and he put a lot of thought into that. That was actually, I think Watchmen is probably one of the first books where the coloring meant something. Before then, it was just kind of like dot matrix. So it didn't really matter. That was the first one where they actually had color theory, and he put a lot of work into it. Have you ever seen the European editions?
I haven't actually. Are they like vastly different from like the Western version?
Well, they're like two. They do 2 issues in an edition. It's like hardbound. But Dave Gibbons did these beautiful covers for them, which I think John Higgins painted. May have been Dave Gibbons. But again, this is really Rhino of 2000 AD. Dave Gibbons really at its prime. 2000 AD in 1981 was just incredibly good. that was when the heydays. It's still pretty good. But yeah, listen, I just love this design. Yeah, you got this like innocent man with no name thing, but he looks like he's going to have to fight, and he doesn't look like a violent person. I just like the when a peaceful man has to go to war kind of vibe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I wanted to kind of convey a little bit with this character, because the character that we're seeing right here in like a lot of the promotional images that I've put together for it, that man's name is actually Eastwood.
Oh, well, that makes sense. There you go.
Yeah, so that's like he
doing like the animated things like this for the campaign, like for a trailer.
Yeah, because like I've since I've been doing animation. Well, since I just got out of school for animation. I've actually been wanting to put a little bit more of like that kind of animation flair for like the trailers, like with the. I actually have a trailer on the Indiegogo campaign where.
Let's go over
where I actually have like a little bit of animation to it. There's not a lot, just because it's a teaser.
Is this it? Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong page. Silly, sorry. You know what? I got sucked into looking at it. That's what happened. Okay, 1 second. Where is it? That's one I removed. So I got to go to screen, share screen, Chrome tab. There you go. Is this the movie?
Yeah, well, this is the teaser trailer for the book. I'll have a second trailer for the book whenever the book actually launches, with a little bit more action and a lot more artwork to actually show for it.
Shall we watch it?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Go ahead.
51 seconds. Great logo. Okay, again, you're knocking out the park, mate. You really are. Nice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you got a nice cinematic style. You're telling the story of it. Your thumbnails are better than mine.
I tend to kind of like rush through a little bit some of my thumbnails too for the book.
You got to include this in the package. This is gorgeous. Put this in as bonus material. The thumbnails. Nice. Nice. I mean, like you got the design just right. Really good work. Really good work. And listen, honestly, I'm not blowing smoke. I actively like this. Yeah. Here's the thing: my audience knows that look, when I like something, I like it. I'm quite vocal about it. So if you're new to my channel, you don't know how much I actually really genuinely I'm excited about this. So great.
Thank you so much.
When's the when do you think the campaign will be launching?
I'm hoping to potentially launch the campaign whenever. Because at the moment, I believe we're at about 94 to 95 signups. Because since it's in the pre-launch stage, I'm hoping to at least get up to maybe 200 signups. before we actually launch it.
You got to get yourselves on. You got to get yourself on more channels. Okay, you just got to get there. Like you got to get yourself, like just get yourself on any Comicsgate channel you can. They're like, look, if you can get yourself on EBS, you'll do great. You'll do absolutely great. I did the interview the other week with what's his name, Lucent. I think you shared it on his page.
Yeah.
You should go on his channel. I'm telling you, this is. Honestly, I would like. I would delay launching the campaign until more people know about you, because it's really it'll be a crying shame for not enough people to know about this. Look at this! I love and pacing. Yeah, the direction is just great.
Yeah, and then that's the reason why I mostly want to wait it off a little bit longer, just to get more people to actually like sign up for the campaign, like for the pre-launch, just because the book is almost about halfway done already.
Well done. Yeah, that's good news.
So I'm hoping
this is your first comic you've done, right?
Yeah, well, I've done other books for the independent, like the little independent company that I used to be with like because I've actually printed 2 issues for Robert, but they're a little bit of a different story than what this version of Robert will be, because this version of Robert will be the like graphic novel, but it's all completely brand new artwork. It's slightly brand new story, but it's taking some themes from that original Robert book that I did.
You know, honestly, I just think you should put it all in one volume. Have one like extra, deluxe volume of it with everything in it. Like make it like 100 pages. I think people would like that. I think it will go down well. Do that with a print. I think that's a really great. I think that'll be a great package. And then what I would really like is you to get into a big enough audience that you actually start making real money, and you can add more things into the package. So that's the great thing about Indiegogo. The more people support it, the more crap you get for your money.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that ends up happening, just because I know what I'm really wanting to do is include like like stickers, bookmarks. If you sign up for the pre-launch, actually you get an exclusive bookmark with the book. And,
okay, so listen, everybody watching, sign up. The link is in the video notes. Sign up for it. Look, that's free. Just sign up, and so you can be informed, because again, I think the exciting thing about the age we're living in right now is that all the old systems are just falling apart. You're not getting new talent coming through mainstream organizations at all. You get new talent from people loving the medium, sweating blood and tears into making a beautiful and fantastic product. Let me say, have you reached out to any like EVS, anybody like that?
I've actually been on Michael Bancroft's channel. I've been on Wagner. I think like a Real Pub. I forgot his YouTube channel's name, but I've been on a couple of them so far. I actually did one just this morning at 7 with. He's doing a book right now from like comics to movies. He's actually in Australia, but I did a live stream with him, and I've been doing pretty well, I think, just from like the amount of like streams that I've been going on. But I do need to go on a lot more though to get those next like 100 essentially. Okay,
so listen. I'm going to show you how much I genuinely like this book. Okay, I'm going to give you 2 offers because I really wanted to succeed. Right. Firstly, if you want me to draw a cover for it that might appeal to my audience, I am so down for doing that. I would absolutely do that and make it into like its own perk. It's done deal, mate. I'm excited for this world. I love it. I really do like it.
Yeah, and again, like I think that'd be really fun just to kind of like get a lot more people involved in like different audiences.
Absolutely fine, done. We'll speak later about you'll get me reference material about the character and everything. We'll work out something. Done. I am so up for that. Secondly, I'm going to be I've got this new strand of programming I'm doing, which will be like prose, like short stories. I write. Basically, I'm mainly a writer, and I taught myself how to draw so I can make comics. But wait, just let me show you. This is a thing I did on Indiegogo a few years ago. Like freaking awesome art. Here, let me just remove yours for 1 second, but I love this guy. This guy's artwork. Dominic Ratcho. I found him in.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. But here at the back of the book, what I did is I included the full script, right? Plus all the artist thumbnails, and people love this stuff, right? And then I also put into it a commentary about everything about what's going on in the creative process, and it's like this is like just free content that is listen. I can do what you think is best, but I really think this is great content that I would like to read this. Okay, I would like to read that about your book. So,
I really do want to put like some kind of like behind the scenes in the book, you know, like the kind of like progression.
In. Once you're printing, an extra 50 pages makes no difference. It really doesn't. You know, like hopefully you'll be printing like 5,000, 10,000 of them, right? That'd be wonderful, right? Overprint 30%. That's the overprint 30%. That's the important thing.
For sure. Because the overprinting is what I definitely want to do, because I know a lot of people, whenever they do these Indiegogo campaigns, there's a lot of people that end up like either missing them or they don't have a chance because their campaigns either close out too soon or they can't get them from anywhere else. So I'd really want to make sure that I have enough for people.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, after your campaign, that's just free money. Everyone you sell is free money. Yeah, it's like it's fair. So let's see. Offer number 2. I'm doing this new fiction strand. I did a one short story, and I have somebody narrate it, and I put it on YouTube, and there's like pictures with video. So I really want to do something with robots in a post-apocalyptic world. If you want, I will write something in your universe. You get to approve it, of course. I'll write something set in your universe, separate story. We can put it out each week. It will hopefully generate more interest to this book.
Yeah, that could be fun too. Honestly, again, like there's so many possibilities, because I'm not sure if you've seen on Twitter that there was because you said you're not on Twitter as much, but like there is one guy. His name is Jack Irons, the Steel Cowboy. Well, so like that book that he's doing, a lot of people have seen Robert, and they've actually been really wanting to do some sort of like, they've been wanting us to do some sort of crossover. So cool. I think just like getting that sort of thing.
Jack Irons, you said?
Yeah, like Jack Irons.
And it's called Steel Cowboy. Let's have a look. Well, this is not. Oh yeah, I have seen this book.
Yeah, and a lot of, because it's just cool seeing like a lot of these like Indiegogo campaigns where like you see that involvement from like a lot of these different creators, kind of like coming into like these crossovers and like doing all these different like team up books. Fine,
so listen, I gotta get this guy on the channel. Again, I am so into Comicsgate. I'm so I really would like to promote you guys as much of it. Listen, I mean, it's not completely altruistic. And in a few months, I'm going to be launching my campaign. And I figure the more people I help out, the more people will hopefully help out what I'm running with. Exactly. But isn't that just a better world to live in? Really?
Well, yeah. I mean, you reach out for a helping hand, and again, like it's always like a helping hand, and just people supporting you, and like hopefully they support you back. It's always it's always like not necessarily just that it's always just a give and take, but like just being nice to somebody, like lending an ear and like a platform. Like you never know, like there's other people that'll come back on at some point too.
Yeah, exactly. So again, you're looking to launch this. Who knows the next month, 2 months. Sign up. Go and sign up to Robert. The link is in the description. It's free. Just sign up to it. And I know. Are the previous editions available online or anything that people can see or not, or would you rather them not see it at all?
They are online, but I'd rather they're available for purchase from like the independent like company that I used to work for. However, I think I'm going to do like the exclusive like print run on them, because I think we're only running out. I think we're only on like a couple of issues, so like a way of kind of like helping them out while also helping out the campaign for me would be to kind of like include that perk, or like even like including it with the book, so that way
Right.
people kind of like get an actual idea of like where the story originally came from, while also kind of like, you know, helping out the company I worked for, while also helping this new book out.
Okay, yeah. Listen, everybody wins, but yeah, that's the way. So, what's your ultimate goals? You know, with Robert, with your career in general. What would you like to see happen over the next year?
Over the next year, I'm just hoping to get as many backers and followers watching over Robert, and just loving the artwork that I put out. And I always love to take criticism when it comes to like anything that I do. Like I'm always looking to improve my art, my storytelling.
You can tell. You can tell. But I have to tell you, listen, I'm a big believer in the best education you need to be able to make comics, be able to tell stories with comics, is reading comics and loving. And you can see how much you know. It's just natural, you know. It's just like this is like, again, the flow of story on this page is very, very clear. I'm looking forward to reading it. Let me ask you, how do you do your artwork? Do you do it digitally, or do you do it traditionally? What's your process?
So for the interiors for this book, I've actually been doing them all like digitally, just because it's kind of helped me keep like a steady workflow.
Yeah,
But
absolutely. I hear that. What software do you use?
I do all of my artwork on my iPad, and I do it in the Procreate app.
Yeah, you're the second person I heard who uses that. I got to, you know what? I use was it a Wacom graphics tablet, but everyone was telling me the Procreate app is really good.
It has almost everything like at your disposal. It has like your inking tools, coloring tools, and they just recently put in.
The proof is in the work. Look at it; it's gorgeous. It's really good stuff.
And then so some minor details I end up doing on my on Photoshop on my Microsoft computer, just because like for resizing or for formatting, that'll end up being done on like a Photoshop. But for the most part, all of these pages are completely done through Procreate, and just through the thumbnails like that I actually do like actually on paper. Because that's my rule of thumb, is that I always have to make sure I do it on paper first to get some sort of idea and feel for it.
Right.
Then I can translate it into like digital.
You know, I like this kind of like, it's weird. It's kind of got this metallic hue to like this, the natural landscape. I just like it. I like the feel of it. It's cool. It's very cool. Cool. Excellent.
And then for all the covers, for the interior covers, along with the actual front cover, they'll actually be done like on paper. So it'll actually be like paper and ink for that.
Okay, great. I listen. Do you would you include like a sketch edition cover?
Yeah. So for one of the perks, I'm hoping to do maybe like a bundle thing where it's like you get like the book, stickers, the bookmark, and like an exclusive like a head sketch, or like a sketch just of like maybe a specific character that that they've seen.
Okay, so like how are you not? We're not going to hold you there, but like what do you reckon the price point will be on that?
I reckon possibly 65 to.
That's really? I will pay that in a heartbeat. Honestly, I would totally pay that. 65, totally reasonable.
Because I'm also a newcomer, so I kind of I like for a lot of people, they don't really know me, so I understand that like.
Okay, forget that. No. Yeah, okay, that's the kiss of death. Okay, you sound younger to me. How again? Are you in like your 20s?
Past high, like already graduated college, so yes, a little past 20s.
Okay, fine. You set your value. Okay, this is really important. I've been a freelancer all my life. You set your value. Your value is your work. It's unique. It's very good. Don't undersell. Never undersell it. Because if you undersell it, no one's going to pay for it, right? Mm-hmm. It's 65 for that package. That's the sweet spot. That will be your number one seller, right? It doesn't matter. Nobody knows you. Who cares? Nobody knows anybody in comics game. Look at the work. That's all you need to look at. It doesn't matter. Again, you look at the heart and soul that's gone into this. Don't undersell yourself. That's my fatherly advice to you. honestly, no, it's like,
and I've been told this before too. Like, never undersell yourself at all.
But you know what? Listen, I can tell. Real artists, right? Genuine artists, they don't. Yeah, you work for it, you sweat for it, you put time and effort into it, but you feel like you're kind of conning people when people buy your work. I know the feeling you got, okay, because it's like you're like, but I just made it for free. You know, it's not, you got to get over that mindset. Once you get over that, that was the difference between me, you know, not making money and making money. It's everything. Everything is psychological. If I may say so.
No, and so, again, like it makes a lot of sense, and I completely get that. That's why, like, I wouldn't want to undersell myself, but I also like I want to make sure that I can give like a good package that I know will be worth it too, for the reader.
Look, I'm just going to take a punt. I don't know if it happened. I'm going to tweet out to EVS and say, listen, you've been on this channel. I love your work. It's really worth looking at. I would love to see you on his channel. One, because I think you'll be very successful. I think I help you a lot. But I think, you know, I do think that he will. Look, he has the ability to be able to, you know, being on his channel, making $2,000 and making 40 grand. You know, and it just is. That's it. Because he sells what he, other than being great, he's also very, very good at selling it. And I do think he'll like your work. I think he'll be. You know what? I think he'll be excited. Like there's a new generation of comics coming. You know, this is what Comicsgate is about. It really is.
And thank you so much again for that. Because again, like I've been wanting to make this comic for so long, and it's just been a passion project of mine too, just to get this artwork like really on paper for like people to hold in their hands. And that's the big takeaway, is that like as long as I can make a reader just genuinely love the characters and love the artwork, then I think I've done a great job too when it comes to that.
Yeah, listen, look, my future plans are once I launch my first one, I want to get to the point where I'm doing 4 a year and I'm drawing one. I have one like title character that I want to keep drawing. But like, if we can ever work together in the future, I would be thrilled. I would absolutely be thrilled. Next year, 2 years from now, when hopefully we're both in, you know, much different universes. You know, I would love to do a book with you. I really would.
Yeah, I'd love to do a book with you. Honestly, again, like, and that's the whole thing, is just like creators and collaborators just working together. That just makes everything like it makes a lot of the audience members just so happy, because they get to see like these different creators kind of working together. So that's what's great about it.
Right. Listen, I'm just going to share the campaign screen again so people can take a look at it. They know they got the right place. Again, just go and look in the video description. It's right there. Click on the link. I really, you know, again, I'm just saying the thing. Click on the link. Put your email address in and stay informed. Hey, listen, if it gets to the point when the campaign launches, it's not for you, cool. But you want to stay informed. Just love the artwork. Absolutely love it. Love the character. You know, honestly, I wish you genuinely nothing but success.
Well, thank you so much. That means so much to me to hear that.
Well, yeah, you should hear. So listen, look, I think we'll wrap up there. BoogieBot, I look forward to finding out who you are and what your name is, which you're only going to find out when you get the book, right?
Yep, they'll find out when they get the book.
When they get the book, and then they find out who they are. I hope you're revealed to the world shortly. to great acclaim. Fine. So listen, we're going to wrap up again. If you're watching this and you haven't liked, you haven't shared, definitely share this one, okay? If you can share this one, honestly, I personally thank you. You know, we've got to get this guy's name out there more. Please share this stream wherever you can. If you can, you know, like and subscribe, that's not so bad either. You know, I'm on board for those things. Fine, everybody. Let's sign off. My name is Felix Beck, and the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. I've already told you that, but do that anyway, and have yourselves a fantastic day.